Mr. Chrisette Michele, no political genius, and I'm giving this one the red light, man, because it is exactly what I thought it would be. It's her ultimately copping pleas for her actions, because she did end up singing for the inauguration of Donald Trump and all that, and the word on the streets was anybody within this community go out and do anything for Donald Trump, you're being labeled a coon, and people were going to turn their back on him. And that's exactly what she did, so therefore she got a lot of fallout. People been slandering her a whole lot on Twitter and all of this, man. And she ultimately got that coming, man. But here's the thing, this is going to be a great case study, because there's a statement that everybody loves to say, is that no publicity is bad publicity, no matter how bad it seems to be. And we're going to see the real on that, man, because she went completely against her fan base. She went completely against everything that she had musically. See, she's at that stage of her career where she really needs to rely on her core fan base and all that to sustain throughout the years, but yet they probably offered her more money than what she probably ever gotten with music, because Donald Trump and them, they did get desperate, because wasn't nobody showing up, wasn't nobody trying to perform, as we obviously can see now. But quite honestly, I believe she's going to need a classic song written by Jesus, featuring Jay-Z or Nas or somebody along those lines, in order for her to come back, and I really don't see that coming. And to be quite honest with you, I kind of knew what she was going to say before I even listened to the track. Like, I knew she was going to bring up religion and Jesus knows her heart and all of that type of stuff. And let's go ahead and knock that off right now, man. Jesus did not co-sign you to go out there and violate like you did and betray all of your people. I mean, you're going to realize real quick that not all money is good money with this one. And then she straight up violates, saying that Martin Luther King died for her rights and such, man. And you know what? Here's the reality of this. Martin Luther King died for equality, and he actually died for getting reparations, getting all money. Like, they don't really talk about that, but that's exactly what he died for. Martin Luther King did not die for you to coon your way into a check. And then she tries to flip it like she's fighting for injustice instead of lining her pockets, in which that's exactly what she did. Like, and then she's trying to say this is not the time for us to separate amongst ourselves, and nah, you separated yourself. Didn't nobody tell you to go ahead and take that money? Didn't nobody tell you to go against your own people and such? You decided to do that. You separated yourself when everybody was being quite clear with you from the jump that we are not going to rock with anybody who's rocking with Donald Trump. See, the only thing I feel will actually redeem her is she take the vast majority of that check and donate it specifically to some causes to uprise and help lift the people and such. But I really don't see that coming, and really people don't pay that much attention anyway. Ultimately, she's just trying to cling to her blackness and tell people, okay, you can't turn on me, not at this point in time and all of that. But it's long past time for that. But a quick recap, the positives that I'm taking from this is absolutely nothing. The negatives is she somewhat sold her soul to do this, and people recognized it on the highest level. But this concludes today's review, man, and now we're going to jump into a brief instrumental from underground producer Sling Raw and Fifth Stone before we jump into the news and then jump into an article from downloadpads.com. Jay-Z sold 33% of Tidal to Sprint for $200 million. And you know what? That's pretty good. Seeing as though he bought Tidal for, what, 50 so million? So he definitely came up with that right there, and he still got controlling access of it. And this is pretty big because Sprint has 45 million people with this stuff, dude. So if they transition that to Tidal, then they're gonna be right there with Apple Music. And then this deal comes with a promotional budget as well, which they can go ahead and use this to get more exclusives. So it seems as though this battle for live streaming is far from done, and it's just going to heat up. But anyway, on to today's article from downloadpads.com. And today's article is about debate, because this is something that you kind of have to know. If you're going to give your opinion to anybody and such, man, you got to understand people are going to want to challenge you no matter what. So it becomes very important for you to understand the art of debate and everything like that, man, because when people challenge you, you're going to have to retaliate with your own knowledge. You're going to have to hit them with more truth than they're going to send your way, and you got to understand what to look at when it comes to these things. See, many people pull a lot of dirty tricks when it comes to debates and all of that, man, and a lot of people really don't understand the goal of what you're trying to get when you're debating with people. You gotta understand, at the end of debates, you never really turn the person who's debating with you into a fan of yours. They never really go along with your side of what you had to say. They just gotta spit what they gotta spit, you gotta spit what you gotta spit, and people gonna determine who won based off of who had the best argument, who had the most facts, who actually had something to say. So once you understand the art and you're knowledgeable about the things that you're trying to say, man, then ultimately you can become a representative for people. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpads.com, that's down there, to read today's article.